Bald eagle. It's happening. If I was in charge of ASL, I would make the sign for shooting up heroin, or like shooting up this. You got a gun, put it in your arm. That's the sign for shooting up. I'm not even gonna look up if that's a sign because I don't need that affecting my algorithms. Red-tailed hawk. Focus, bitch, focus. Two of them. Two red-tailed hawks. And going round and round. And going round and round. God, I wish that were me. I'm watching them like a hawk. The bald eagle's yelling now. There they go. Wait, were those bald eagles? Because why did they sound like bald eagles? I need to get better at my bird calls. Those magpies are making weird sounds. Run, bunny, run from the magpies. Reading Richard Rorty Riverside. Except for the river's all murky and high and I can't get to my usual reading spot because they've been letting out the reservoir. They're draining it for something, so sucks. I'm looking down at the ground because I think I see a bone and it's like whatever the fuck this is. How did this get here? I will take it out from here, but what the hell? How in the hell do people not love this shit? Dude, I'm gonna kill myself if this is infected with beetles. This is my baby. Is that your first pine cone? Is that my baby? Go, 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 go. Final stage of the pragmatist progress comes when one begins to see one's previous peripeties not as stages in the ascent towards enlightenment, but simply as the contingent results of encounters with various books which happen to fall into one's hands. In the universe of BoJack Horseman, if a human is pregnant with a horse, are they pregnant for 9 months like a human, or are they pregnant for a year like a horse? Because that's how long it takes a horse to develop. And like same deal with other animals. I'm curious. BoJack Horseman writers, let me know. This is your America, buddy. It's you, it's all for you. 11 robins. 14 now. Do you think his ghost can see this through the book? I'm hoping so. Do you like it?
I need actually to feel the touch of a man. This is getting to a point, and I'm hyper self-aware of it, that's actually ridiculous. Like, this is getting ridiculous. I'm so touch-starved. I'm gonna start chewing on the fucking desk, dude. I'm gnawing at the iron bars of my enclosure. Let me, I need dick. I'm just so happy to be alive. And I'm gonna cry again. I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy to be alive and making it out of the really hard journey of leaving the faith and unlearning my faith. It was hard, and I hated myself, and I hated the church, and I hated God, and I hated everyone that made me feel like I wasn't doing things right, even though inside I was happy. I hated it, and I finally got to a place where I wasn't so angry anymore, and I wasn't mad at the world, and I forgave God. Whatever it is, whoever it is, I forgave it. If I can just live the way I want to live, and I can be a voice for people to do the same. It's just so hard not to resent that and to resent it for ruining a lot of years of my childhood that I could have spent differently. It's hard. And I know I'm not alone in that. I know that leaving the faith is a very personal thing. And it's years and years of beating yourself up and just trauma. It's trauma, you know? But I know I'm not alone in that. And every time I talk about it online, I get such a supportive response. Okay, so sorry for crying. We go from talking about Call of Duty penis to crying over God. And that's kind of going to be the summary of this podcast.
You're coming home with me. I can't do the TikTok sound. Why am I not doing it? You're coming home with me. It's not how it goes. It's a beetle and a moth. I'm bad at doing the TikTok sound right now. Running home to go to the dentist. BRB, everybody. I really miss Paula Holly. Do you think she would have me back? I'm thinking about it. I miss her a lot. I just feel like that's when I was the best version of myself, honestly. I wish you were there. I was too good to be vlogging then. Actually, I did vlog one vlog. Maybe I'll put it in. There's a little clip I think I have, but mostly I don't have any clips because our phones got stolen when we were on a different beach. I have located the long lost Hawaii vlog footage, and it's actually enough for its own vlog, so I will be posting the Forbidden Homeless in Hawaii vlog after this one. What's wrong? What you gonna order, Jasper? What do you want? They don't got no puppuccinos here. I'm just telling you. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. All they got is tacos. Grandma's gonna feed you some of hers. You ain't getting none of mine. Men need to start trying to learn how to fly again. My city. My car wasn't here. Don't worry, buddy. I just pulled up. You can sleep under my car. So when I was in town yesterday, I talked to my grandparents about how I'm scared to travel alone this winter. Talked about staying at the cabin all winter. It seems like that's gonna happen. And then I wake up this morning and there's snow on the mountains. Wind begins to blow, it's a sweet validation. Nature as it climbs, signs and her clear affirmations. We are on time. Oh. 4 pages into Of Mice and Men. Why am I doing this to myself? Finished it. 3rd time's the charm. Nice jacket, Mountain Caleb.
For my old school, just because I'm blonde, don't think I'm dumb, cause this dumb blonde ain't nobody's fool.
Who is Dolly Parton? Who's Dolly Parton? That's right. It's a good night tonight on Jeopardy. Who is Dolly Parton? Turkey baster. Look at the way her dress moves. Ooh. Somewhere, well, France. In France, there is a French man yelling about how an American woman who couldn't speak French threw up outside of his Uber. And that American woman was me. So I'm reading this, right? The word is a symbol and a delight which sucks up men and scenes, trees, plants, factories, and pickaninnies. I don't even know how to say that. Then the thing becomes the word and back to thing again, but warped and woven into a fantastic pattern. The word sucks up blah, 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 right? And I'm thinking, this sounds a lot like the Tao Te Ching. And then it's rainy. I got the fireplace. I got my book. I got my blankie. I'm so happy. Someone should write an erudite essay on the moral, physical, and aesthetic effect of the Model T Ford on the American nation. 2 generations of Americans knew more about the Ford coil than the clitoris, about the planetary system of gears than the solar system of stars. It has always seemed strange to me, the things we admire in men, kindness and generosity, openness, honesty, understanding, and feeling, are the concomitants of failure in our system. And those traits we detest, sharpness, greed, acquisitiveness, meanness, egotism, and self-interest, are the traits of success. And while men admire the quality of the first, they love the produce of the second.
Fuck you for this alert. I'm killing it right now. There was a Steinbeck question and I've been reading Steinbeck all day and then this alert happens, distracting me. Oh.
Still got the Steinbeck question right, of course, but that's killing my vibe. Dostoevsky and Steinbeck all in the first Jeopardy round? This is the best day of my life. Who is Mindy calling?
Mindy Kaling.
Is that how you say her name? No, Double Jeopardy, there's a sports category. At least they're getting it out of the way right now.
Cooking dinner for my family. I knew it before the L, but then the L threw me off, even though I was still right. The whole truth.
Why wasn't I born past Sajak's daughter?
A lot of people think people that read are smart, but people who read are usually dumb as hell, honestly. Because how else do you explain Goodreads? How do you explain that like Colleen Hoover books have like averages of 4 and 5-star ratings, and like all these terrible like murder mysteries that are all the same have all these 5-star ratings, and then fucking Steinbeck gets like the Pearl has like a 3-point-something average on Goodreads? Dumbasses read. That's why. Dumbasses. Idiots. Idiots.
Oh my goodness, there's frost on the grass. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wowza, wowza, bo bowza. The bunnies just woke up from underneath my car. There's 2 of them today. Ooh! Failed prophecies often make invaluable inspirational reading. Consider 2 examples, the New Testament and the Communist Manifesto. Both sets of predictions have so far been ludicrous flops. Rorty said, the Bible's in its flop era. We should raise our children to find it intolerable that we who sit behind desks and punch keyboards are paid 10 times as much as people who get their hands dirty cleaning our toilets, and 100 times as much as those who fabricate our keyboards in the third world. We should ensure that they worry about the fact that the countries which industrialize first have 100 times the wealth of those which have not yet industrialized. Our children need to learn early on to see the inequalities between their own fortunes and those of other children as neither the will of God nor the necessary price for economic efficiency, but as an inevitable tragedy. They should start thinking as early as possible about how the world might be changed so as to ensure that no one goes hungry while others have a surfeit. The children need to read Christ's message of human fraternity alongside Marx and Engels' account of how industrial capitalism and free markets, indispensable as they have turned out to be, make it very difficult to institute that fraternity. They need to see their lives as given meaning by efforts towards the realization of the moral potential inherent in our ability to communicate our needs and our hopes to one another. They should learn stories both about Christian congregations meeting in the catacombs and about workers' rallies in city squares, for both have played equally important roles in the long process of actualizing this potentiality. My aunt is bringing a high school team of volleyball players to dinner tonight, right here, at the cabin. They better be nice to me or else I am headed to my room. It's so funny that I made that video like a week of solitude a few months ago, and now that's just my life, is like spending a week or multiple weeks in solitude, because like that's just so normal to me now, and now it's scary to me to like socialize. I'm like, there's gonna be people here. I'm afraid. And it used to be, there's not gonna be people here. I'm afraid, and now it's the opposite. Christian socialism is pleonastic. Nowadays, you cannot hope for the fraternity which the Gospels preach without hoping that democratic governments will redistribute money and opportunity in a way that the market never will. There is no way to take the New Testament seriously as a moral imperative rather than as a prophecy without taking the need for such redistribution equally seriously. Bars, 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 bars. I should probably be cleaning, but instead I'm yelling bars, bars, bars into my book. Story of my life. I'm not a good hostess, and I'm not going to pretend to be. I'm a hermit that lives in the woods, not a hostess. If you want to feed a volleyball team here, go for it. But if you want me to sweep, I'm not going to. Just kidding, I swept earlier today, so I should probably clean out my sink or something. I don't know. There's toothpaste in it. I don't understand mountain temperature, man. It is 53 degrees and I am sweating. If anyone's wondering, my period finally ended. After 25 days.
Alright, just gotta go turn on a couple hydrants.
Tony. Guys, that went great. I went to the volleyball game too, so I would understand the lore of the game when they came back, if there was any drama, and there was, so I'm glad I went. Accidentally dragged a pine cone in with me, mountain mama moment. But at least I think it was me. Maybe it was just there though, because it is smacky, but we are out in the country. But it brought back a lot of memories, like that I played volleyball. Did you know that I played volleyball? Did you know I was team captain? Not a big deal. It was middle school, and my middle school class was like 20-something people. I was also school president. Brought back a lot of memories that I honestly completely forgot about. I don't know. I've been remembering a lot ever since I stopped going loco on the Pakalolo. So, I'm kind of remembering too much. I kind of feel like I need to smoke, but it's only been 4 days, and I'm trying to go, like, 5 days, because I go into town tomorrow on day 5, and I know my friends are going to want to smoke, but maybe I should smoke? That way I'm prepared to smoke with my friends. I don't know. It's all very complicated. I really don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. Anyway. Oh, my God. Fucking my slogan was Lexianne can on my posters, and I fucking did a rendition of the Cup song. I did a Cup song parody for my speech. I'm remembering too much. I need weed. Where's the Pakalolo? I'm going to loco. Also, my aunt and uncles date the night, which is so great. I love them. They're literally my relationship goals. I ship them. You could say, I literally, model, my dream relation. They're, my model for, my future relationship, and have been ever since I was little. I'm so much like my aunt. We have the same sense of humor, the same taste in, music and books and things. Well, I have, a mix between, my taste in books mixes between, I read both the books my aunt reads and the books my uncle reads. My uncle reads, Steinbeck, Vonnegut. My aunt reads, Jojo Myers, that kind of stuff. It's just, give me so much hope, because sometimes I'm there is no man that, fits my criteria, and then I'm wait, my aunt found one, and she's like me, so why wouldn't I be able to find one that would like me? And they're just like, I don't know, I'd have to like write it down really to describe it, but I don't know if I could put it into words. Like, I can't even think of it. Like, I was gonna tell you guys like about their relationship dynamic, but I don't even know if I could describe it. It's just like, they're in love. They're in love. Fucking love small towns, man. Lady in that gas station, she has an iPhone 8. It's getting old. Her battery won't hold a charge. She did a bunch of research to find out what phone she's gonna get next. Was telling me all about it. Why? Because I needed a charger. Fucking love that shit, man. Tell me this isn't the cutest thing you've ever fucking seen. You're lying. Baby's first fall. They say you'll catch more flies with honey than vinegar, but I am doing just fine with the vinegar. I just replaced this strap an hour ago. My kill count is beginning to be innumerable. Who am I? Leon, the professional? I'm not feeling great about this, but they really bother me when I'm reading, so. And they're kind of doing it to themselves. Not doing shit, but putting out some vinegar.